The NFL this week was full of surprises as we saw the Redskins beat the Eagles after Vic went down hard in the third drive of the game. The Patriots blew out the Dolphins with record-setting special teams play, and my man T.O. finally made a fantasy impact, only to have the Bengals lose to the Browns. Now today the NFL delivers more surprising news as ESPN reports that Randy Moss has been traded from the Patriots back to the Vikings. So what does this mean for fantasy owners of Moss or Favre? At this time, not much. Favre is looking like he will throw 30 interceptions this year, and Moss is just Moss. He shows up when he wants to. In the GGFFL news, congrats are in order to Coach Sauer for producing the weekly high score for the second week in a row, bringing the Sauer Balls record to 500 after a horrible 0-2 start. This week's lowest score was produced by the Ass Clowns, who pretty much had no chance of winning with 6 of their players on bye. And surprisingly this week, I opted not to give out the weekly Bad Move Award. Essentially, every roster move made in Week 4 was dictated by off weeks, so there was no cause to clown on anyone, save for the Coochie Cutters, who had 7 of their players produce single-digit points, left 34.5 points on the bench, and lost by a single point. The Coochie Cutter season may be in the dumps, but at least their new helmet photo brings tears of joy to their players. Take a second to give it a stare. It's definitely something to cry over. Now our featured matchup in Week 5 brings together father and son in the showdown that has been dubbed the Everette Bowl. In 2009, the Pink Ladies swept the Lickers in their matchups, however ended with a less than meager 4-9 record, the same record as the Lickers. This year the Pink Ladies have moved their team to Washington, and the nation's capital looks good on the ladies as they are now undefeated with no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Coach Everette Sr. and the Lickers have only 1 win under their belt this season, but are hoping that the addition of Ryan Terrain of the Redskins can add depth to their team and deliver enough points to knock your commissioner, me, off my fat white horse. Or is that a high horse? He's high and he's white. I received a text from Pops after last Monday's game in which he wrote, and I quote, give me a second here. You got lucky with a one-time big game from T.O., his best game in 2 years. Don't expect that again this week. Well, he's right, and I don't expect that to happen again. What I do expect is for Romo and them boys to be in playoff form fresh off of their bye week. I also expect that Hakeem Nicks, the latest addition to the Pink Ladies roster, will score all over the weak Houston secondary. So, Pops, get your tissues ready, because this beatdown is going to make you cry.